Hello everyone, my name is Maria Alejandra Valderrama and today I'm going to present to you my final task of my project that is about gentrification in Medellin. So let's get started. To understand the problem of my project, we need to know two key concepts. First, what is gentrification, and of course, we need to know a little bit about Medellin. Gentrification is basically a process that occurs when healthier, privileged, typically white individuals move into neighborhoods that are largely populated by poor or working class residents. So ultimately, these new residents displacing the original residents. And about Medellin, we need to know that it's the second most significant city in Colombia, it's the capital of Antioquia. It's nationally acclaimed as a hub for finance, industry, commerce, and services, and of course, is internationally recognized for being the house of very urban Colombian artists. So now let's explore a problem overview. Okay, to understand the context, we need to know that gentrification in Medellin started around 30 years ago due to the migration of foreigners with higher income and a better quality of life. And now it's pretty visible in sectors such as El Poblado, Laureles, and San Benito. The main causes of this phenomenon are basically first the change in the land use, because now the people that it's owner of real estate wants to rent it. The second one is the position of Medellin as an international tourist destination, and the third one is the informality in the provision of accommodation services. Why is important to intervene in this situation? Because it has critical consequences. For example, first we have insufficient housing supply. As I said before, nowadays all the people that had a property in Medellin wants to rent. So of course we can see that this is pretty real because in the city we can find more than 5,921 Airbnb accommodations. And the second one, of course, if we don't have enough housing supply, the properties want to increase the cost of the rents. And we can see in this figure, the monthly minimum wage in Colombia are $321. And if you look for a little apartment in Medellin of 45 square meters, the cost of the rent monthly it's going to be around the $500. So it's a pretty big difference, and it indicates that not all the people in Colombia can live in Medellin. The third one is the xenophobia towards to the tourists, because if you walk in the city, you can see some flyers and posters in the walls that says Medellín no está a la venta, detengan la gentrificación. The fourth one is the displacement of native residents, because of course, if they don't have enough money to pay the rent, they need to move to another like little towns around Medellin. And how we can solve this situation? Okay, for me, the most accurate solution for this problem is the intervention of governmental entities such as the majority. If the majority could regulate the commission services, they can establish some measures to control the rentals, including, for example, price fixing and limiting the number of days that a specific Airbnb can annually provide their service. And then, if the majority control these accommodation services, they can now control the housing supply. For example, they can manage these new economic resources generated by the gentrification and reinvest them in the construction of social interest housing, or maybe they can also create a program to protect specific neighborhoods or protect heritage areas. Finally, why should we promote the prime solution of this problem? Because if we solve this problem, we are supporting the development of the UN SDGs, specifically no poverty and reduce inequalities. And why? Because if we guarantee to the native residents of Medellin that their salary will be enough to be able to pay the rent or their homes and have an optimal quality of life, we promote the sustainable development of the city. So Well, that's all. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. And here I leave you my references. Bye bye.